Alt-tab. Alright, guys, so we're back, and awesome. And with that, we will be going into our next game here. So this is going to be game number 2 between our awesome Teal-Terran spawning in the top left-hand corner, as he is rG-Terran and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner on Fighting Spirit. It will be youRun as our white Protoss. You guys know I hate this map. We've already talked about it, but I'm going to get over that, and I'm going to go cast a cross-position Terran versus Protoss with no complaining. So, and look at that. I was apparently too stupid enough to change the overlay last game to say Heartbreak Ridge. But despite all that, we are now into our game. So, cross-position Terran versus Protoss, genuinely, it just gets to be a really long game generally. You know, two-facting is now pretty much out of the question because Fighting Spirit's such a long map. So you really have, a CC first, or you have a, a siege expand. I mean, you could even just skip the bunker altogether for possibly because the distance is so long. But I'm exaggerating a little bit. But the cross positions on this map is just notorious for having very long macro games. Genuinely, why people like this map. You don't have to worry a lot of cheesiness and stuff like that, and yeah, so that's where we are now. Now, of course, there's cheeses. I mean, this map has been also known. You could pretty much do anything you want. I'm just saying cross position, and I mean we're gonna have a Nexus first. Okay, we're gonna have a Nexus first. Okay, so theoretically, if we do have a 2-fact, he'll probably just win. Best regards to. Oh man. Everyone knows I hate this map. Everyone knows I hate this map. Everyone knows. At least he said, sorry. At least he didn't F me off like I Hoofa did. And Fold. Oh, no. Fold F'd me off, despite I was rooting for him that game. But anyway, so it was a Nexus first build. So just getting a little bit greedy right now, and probably gonna be in an FD push for all we know. It could be a 2-fact and could just lead to a win, but who knows? I mean, it's cross position of Fighting Spirit. I wouldn't put it behind this map being having this map be possible to have going in Nexus first build and being able to actually and just hold it off, easily and have no problem with the 2-fact. So who knows? Okay, 1 factory is going down. Do we have a second one? It would have gone down by now, probably, so. Yeah, but it doesn't look like it's going to be 2-fact. It's going to be an FD push of some sort, or a siege expand. Last game, he did do. It was a siege expand, an in-base siege expand. Again, this map, I'm feeling more like the bunker, just because he's not walling off his ramp and his Fighting Spirit, and it's safer to do that. I mean, even if it goes worst case scenario, you just lift off and then you put your tank here and then you can just kill it off. So either way, it's fine. I think it's unnecessary precaution on this map to do in-base siege expand, but either way, it's all good. Protoss is going to just gonna be following up with 2-gate. We'll probably throw up a Robo as well to get up his obs, and then from whatever there, we could have like a 2-base Arbiter. We could have. Just falling that into a standard macro play. Going into 3 gateways, it's going to be a 2-base all-in. Probably. Or he's doing... he's applying a lot of pressure. Interesting to go for a Nexus first and then go into like a 2-base all-in. Because there would be no other reason to get this gateway up so quick. But whatever. And... interesting enough that they're doing it on cross positions as well, which again, I've always thought, but hey, whatever. Or he just might just want to play it extra safe for whatever reason. I mean, as there's only 3 Marines having their way down there, and it's gonna be an FD push. That's heavily I don't even know, but this will do a bit more damage than usually, just because he's not rallying units out there. Oh no, he's actually already starting to rally units out there, and he'll probably want to micro back a little bit. He's going to lose a goon. He's gonna lose a goon. Yeah, he's gonna lose a goon. He might lose a second goon too. Oh, thankfully, he threw down that third gate as well. Oh, this is actually doing way too much damage. This FD push has done, and he's trying to get the line direct. So thank God he threw down that extra gate. But still no robo. Still no robo. Which is because of poor macro, for sure. I mean, obviously he doesn't want spider mines in his base, and he's done a good job of that. But his macro is terrible right now. Or under my desk. All right. So other than my dog scratching at my door again, what's the follow-up for? Okay, so 2 more factories are going down. And oh, cool, we have blocks in here. That's cool. And we're getting the second gas now being optimized. We do have a 4th gate. So I guess it's just leaning towards again. No. Okay, so he's getting his turbo. It could even be a 2-base. Nay, it's not because he's saying a pretty quick third as well. All right, yeah. So, yeah. But he generally do 2-gate into robo and then tech. But I guess he just wanted more gateways quicker. Well, actually, no. It's 2-gate robo obs, and then you throw down your extra gateways. So, yeah. And already setting up the pylon wall anyway to stop any kind of vulture harass, all that fun stuff here. We have vulture speed coming up, all that fun stuff. And do we have an academy? No, we have an academy going up now, but no armory for very fast upgrade. All right. So, what do we have here? Do. And does Terran just take a quick third? You know, I mean, after all that, does he just take a quick third? I don't know if he can really do it, but I don't know. This build order just seems like he's playing it like with the early addition of gateways is just intriguing to me because he has so many more goons than I feel like you generally have at this time in the game. I mean, 68 supply to 61, and he got away with the Nexus first, which is probably another reason why he can do that. And that's probably, actually that's why he went a Nexus first, and that's why he could do that. Otherwise, I don't think you could actually supplement that. And we have vultures going in the bottom left-hand corner, checking for any kind of bases here, and going to put down their spider mines to be annoying and pretty much deny a Nexus from being placed down there if that's pretty much where he would take it. So, yep. We'll be seeing the unit composition, which is obviously going to be mech, and armory is going down. Will immediately just start +1 attack. Do we have a forge up? No, I'm not going to get too greedy. In getting that citadel, it's getting earlier and earlier. It went from 12 to 10 to 9 to now like 8:30, 8:45 timing for that citadel. Which, dude, I don't know. I don't even know what Protoss is planning. He could go... Again, the citadel could just be pure gateway units, or he might power up to like 12 gates and then just try to like push all the way in, or it could just be for the tech path to go Templar Archives. I've never really scrutinized the build orders of Terran or Protoss in this matchup, so I'm a little bit more intrigued on how their build orders are going, but we'll have to find out. Oh, I know there's a forge, so he actually is getting a little greedy. But no Templar Archives. No Templar Archives. So, for all we know, it can be like a +1 timing push. Except we have Terran doing a 2-base pressure. And that makes sense, because we have, what, no, we have a 3rd CC up. Okay. So he's actually hard pushing this earlier on. So, This reminds me of who was this in the Shimmy Rush week? Who was that? Who was that? It was someone from IFU. Cryok. Against where they were so aggressive. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. But we have a counter push though. We might have a GG. No, not GG. We might have a base trade. But Terran is going to be in a defensive position here. Defender's advantage here. I think Protoss might lose. Yeah, Defender's advantage is going to be way too powerful for Protoss. For Terran, excuse me. Yeah. That was not the right time to push out. Just the cost effectiveness of mech units, like behind walls and stuff, is just crazy. And this is kind of unfortunate. Oh, okay. So he pushes back. So there's a chance. There's a chance that he can defend this. Would those spider mines defend these tanks? Yeah, good chance indeed. But if he goes over to the left though at all, he's just dead. And oh, look at that top right hand base. We have Protoss going up, taking another base right there. But Terran doesn't win base trades apparently. I would have thought they would have. Okay, so that's me sounding stupid again, and I take back what I just said. So actually, Protoss would have potentially won. But then again, though, I'm not really sure if Protoss could actually even have a base trade against Terran, because if they just defense it up. Oh, and look at that. Vulture's getting way too many kills. I'm just so tired right now. It's then work than like a 3-hour cast. It's just not a way to operate my brain. So thank you, Splax. So Splax, you are my savior. That is duly noted for the next time there is a base trade in Terran versus Protoss. Bam! Gotta love these guys. Alright, transferring probes. Risky. Potentially could get intercepted by vultures if they were active on the map. Oh, actually, no, they're not. They're going the opposite way. Okay. Still a good amount of Spider-Mines. And alright, cool. And again, this base is up in the top right-hand corner. Barrack showing up because apparently it got sniped off. No, it didn't. Building another barracks, oddly. For more spawning reasons, I guess. Dude, or all of a sudden, possibly, we could have a bio transition. I'd be the happiest person on Earth if we had bio used. I'd be so happy. But sadly, that rarely ever happens. Oh, we have a vulture run by. At the same time, we have Goon killing off spider mines. But I think this is way more important as well, as this is really gonna hurt youRun right now. Gonna try to push them away, but won't be enough. Goons are gonna be going in the fire of siege tanks, but will ultimately have to go back. And they clean up spider mines though, which is nice. Helps out for later engagements. And how many kills did you guys get? 1, 3, 0. So I only got 4 probe kills from that. But hey, did find that there was a base in the top right-hand corner. And will youRun do the super, like, amazingly massive amount of arbiters? Just looking at that again, yeah. Looks like youRun's going to be going for that double arbiter build again. And in this game, he's actually going to have that 4th gas available to him. So it's even going to allow him to do more stuff, more upgrades. More, yeah, for his ground forces. So awesome. Could even go for like attack upgrade on the goons. Oh no, on the arbiters, just to have them do like 13 damage to the 10 after spending like 1,000 minerals and upgrades and stuff. Could be worth it if you want to go mass arbiter and see what you could micro with them. Oh no! Oh, what? No way. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, Delta coming in here, and it worked. These chicks are really kind of adjacent to each other, but we'll ultimately clean that up, though. And this push, with the 3rd base being established as well, as always has been happening. there's not enough Protoss. Oh, well, with these Zealots, though, immediately gonna unsiege. Smart, and he will save a majority of the tanks from that. Does he just go back, or does he just continue to pressure here? Zealots aren't really gonna do too great against this many units, especially when they have +1. And, alright. Goons are defending this top right-hand base, getting that fourth base established right here. And maybe rG-Terran has found a opening really where youRun doesn't have enough to defend as he's been getting the Arbiter up. Getting up 4 gates now as well, 8 gates on top of that. rG-Terran's going to be pressuring this 6 o'clock expansion. And this happening over here as well. These small little duels. And all that fun stuff. We'll have to see if this works out for him. Because this is going to now keep Protoss off of 3 base. Or rG-Terran is still going strong off 3 base. And then he's going to do a vulture run by, a good vulture run by into this base. Probably clear off all the probes. And that's really going to hurt, really going to hurt Protoss. Oh, but there's a DT, though. This could change everything. Please tell me he's paying attention. Yes, he does scan. DT will fall. Only does lose 1 tank from that. And these tanks did get killed off. All but the Nexus was alive after all of that. But this base is toast. So I guess while the 6 o'clock doesn't go down, the top right hand corner or the 2 o'clock will fall. So yes. Or 1, whatever you want to call that. Whatever position you want to call that. And putting on the pylon. And at the 9 o'clock, we have another expansion being established for Terran at this time as the main base is starting to get lined up. 8 probes have been killed off. And this base is toast. And where do we have our Protoss friend go from here? youRun, bro, what can you do? youRun has the potentiality to do potentially like a recall. Getting Templar Archives for like DTs, because his Templar Archives probably got killed off in the top right-hand base, which is unfortunate. And I'm checking for recalls, and I'm not seeing any, so I'm just not really seeing where the map presence is for Protoss right now. 48 probes to 73 workers. Double for rG-Terran at this time. 15 Goon, 15 Zealots. There isn't a lot in that army. But here we go. We'll be pushing around with about 30 units. But we already have a mech force. Like, this is just not going to work out for him. Only thing, you have the stasis field to, like, web out and, like, do a good amount on this army. And, like, yeah, he's just going to back off now. I think, well, I mean, you could just try to recall, but, I mean, even at that, I just don't think it's going to work. Because it's going to be able to defend it. Unless it does way too much damage. And then, in that case, we'll have another game of iHufa versus Fold, game 2. Never, ever again will I ever have that happen. And that just would not be something that we would want to have happen again. Then again, it was a pretty epic game, let's be honest there. That was like the highlight to the point where we got like 250 views. People were probably like tweeting that thing out or something like that, I don't even know. But I need chat to ask me something, because I'm really like not knowing what to talk about at this point. All right, we have the 4th base being established now. So really, it's actually quite odd what Terran's doing, because I'd say generally that Terrans like to take corners of the map at a time. So like you can really bunker in off these 3 bases, and then once these 3 mine out, you kind of take another corner of the map. Here he's taken, the natural of another and the 3rd of this one. So he's kind of stretching himself out, which could be a little bit of an issue. Now, where the current status of where Protoss is, where he has literally no bank, his army's impressed and like powerful, but I mean generally mech will cost-effectively trade out a Protoss any day of the week here. But we have the engagement here. High Templars are in the mix here. Will they be pot shotted or will they not be? We'll come down to probably the Storms right here. Nice Stasis Field going down as well. But no Storms have been going down. So much Stasis Field has been going down right here. 26 supply down to 63, and it looks like rG-Terran will take the better hand of this engagement. And really, there's going to be no bank to really remax for Protoss. He might clean his army up, but there's going to be a whole better army back at home base, and he'll be able to defend. And also, there's the whole other part of his armies right here, which I don't think there's even enough. Well, actually, no, there's more goons on here. I didn't see them, but I mean, they're going to do a good amount of damage when they're unfrozen, when they're thawed out. So, let's do more damage. We'll get cleaned up though. So nice engagement overall for Protoss. But I just don't think it's going to matter because Terran's going to remax soon anyway. He's already in a defensive position. And again, this is where I was talking about the bunkering in part, where Terran will just kind of take these tri-sections of the map, or corners of the map, and really, really bunker in like that. And, I mean, even say this base. I mean, this base wouldn't be that hard. You just wall this area off and wall this area up, put 3 tanks on each side, and bam. It's going to be really hard. You're going to have to force a recall or some kind of stasis field or some kind of spell to be casted to break through that. Oh, Boston Green Pie. So good. And, well, chat was saying that how Protoss hasn't GG'd yet. Generally, I don't really... Players just want to win, so what have you. And hey, I mean, Sushi Night, I'm not really sure if you were in here for the Fold versus iHufa game. Fold lost. Fold lost. But won. Nay, I even give another example. What was it? Oh. Sushi, no. It was Dr. Shrinker versus Nagi-sama or something like that. And yeah, so rad. And pretty much anyone what happened right there, we had a speedling all in that would have killed off Dr. Shrinker. The game went on. Dr. Shrinker stayed in the game, and bam. Yeah. And plus, I mean, like, if you win, we have a recall. If you win this tournament, I mean, next thing, I mean, it's not a super huge prize pool. It's not like $1,000, but it's $20 anyway. I mean, it's decent money for spending, for just kind of like training off a video game. It's kind of nice to be like, well, I won some prize money. And I thought at a certain time, like, if you win like $400 in like an online winnings or something, and winnings for esports, you're considered a pro gamer if you get like more than like, I think it's like $400 or like $500. I mean, I don't even know. So yeah. Anyway, looking at this recall again, I mean, it's okay, but when you look at the greater scheme of things, look at the bank. There's nothing left. So it's cute. It would have been fine if that, I mean, it forced a reposition, but again, it's the same thing what happened with Breach, where the reposition doesn't matter because he has no army, and that's kind of the major issue right here, and that's not a drop. And done. And if somehow youRun makes a comeback while he gets away with these 2 bottom left-hand bases, I'll be amazed. Be very amazed. Guys, I honestly think every game has either been like 5 minutes or a half an hour. Like, I don't think we've had any like medium, like 15, 16-minute game, really. And here we go again. But look how big the mech army is. Okay, why are you not engaging? You could clean this up, no problem. No, you're trying to go for a counter push. Well, whatever. So the smart decision would have been go defend your base. And we had a recall in the top right-hand corner. And yes, okay, so this is going on. Saying there's 29 SCVs have been killed off somehow, probably a storm or something like that. Not really sure how accurate that is. I mean, 56 SCVs, yeah, that could have been right. I mean, he was up by like 70 works or something like that, but we just now have rG-Terran is ripping through this bottom left-hand bases, and this would have been the only thing that really youRun would have had left to really, really do well and probably just continue staying in the series. Or not the series, rather, but this game. Because the economy would have kicked in. I mean, he has the third base, but hell, he can't support triple forge with off of, 10 gates possibly, maybe even more. How many gates does he have? 10 gateways? Yeah, he can't support that off of one base. 2 base now, but I mean, once he unsieges and redoes that, oh, we have a, no, I almost got that recall, but it didn't quite go down. Here we go. We just have more carnage happening in the bottom left-hand corner here. We do have youRun going down here, advancing across the map, pulling up a couple turrets right here, a couple spider mines and stuff like that. But it's just gonna be tough. 21 probes been killed off, and the supply leads are gonna be very drastic now. 133. What's the bank looking like? Does have a bit of a better bank now, but that's only gonna be about 10 more goons, which would be, I believe, maybe 20 more supply on top of that, and versus like the bank that we have of Terran that will only drastically increase because he's going to be maxed momentarily. So this is going to be an ongoing bank. But I will say for sure though, I mean, when you look at it in the way that I said, where Terran wants to bunker in one place, Protoss killed off this base and this base, and now it's killed off this base. Not saying he can come back, but he's done a lot of damage, and something just to note why Terrans like to take these tri-zone areas with 3 bases have. Just like, I mean, minimal damage. I mean, minimal damage, I would say, has been done. I mean, maximum damage has been done, but it has minimalistic effects on this game just because how far behind youRun is. But like, these are the games that I hate because like there's enough bang for both players that they continue going on, but there's not enough for the actual game to progress. So both players are just like killing off expansions all the time, and then it's just like, well, this game never ends. At least from a casting standpoint, it's really, really, really tiring. And also, if you're wondering about, like, I saw the chat that they were saying like on the pre-recorded VODs for the epic game between Fold and iHufa, that 45-minute game or something like that. That was like mind-boggling difficult to cast. Like, it's a lot easier to cast when you know what's going on, but like when you actually have to think about it, it just, I don't know. It's just really tiresome after that long. And also, Brood War games, I would say, they're longer than other cast games, like i.e. StarCraft 2. But anyway, we have another engagement here. Pot-shotting the high tempo. They're kind of just going in there, just kind of killing themselves because they're suicide units, apparently. But I don't... Yeah, this is just... that was very one-sided, for sure. And ultimately, this is just going to be just going to clean them up, and bam. This is called base jumping, apparently. It's what Radley's saying on the chat, who I believe is rG-Terran. So, you know... Base jumping's just, like... just bothering me. It's just... game never ends, but Brood War's fantastic. Anyway, don't get me wrong, I love this game. But this is the point where you say you type GG. I can use codes. No, I can't use it. It'd be awesome if I could though. And killing off more bases, and there's an O-Bank. What's new about this game? Oh, and the other thing I also want to note is that about the speeding up part. That's just because, like, it's just hard to figure out what both players are doing because it's just like, well, they're taking expansions and they're doing their own thing. So, and then you just have like this awkward silence once you do that. So that's why we sped it up as well. Also, the fact that BMW had to go as well. But Awesome. More Goliath are coming out. GG. All right, cool. And with that, guys, thanks for watching. So it's going to tie the series in the ace match, which will lead us to the last game of the round of 8, guys. And this will decide our final 4 for next week, I think. So we'll be right back, guys, and stay tuned. Peace, guys.